Good morning, grade 8. Welcome back with another passive voice lesson. Well, in our previous video, we learned passive in the present tense. In this video, we are going to learn passive voice in the past tense. Well, in case you have not seen that video, please do watch that video that was in the present tense. Okay, so now we follow the same steps that we learned in the present tense. The subject becomes object, the object becomes subject, the verb goes in the past participle form. You do not, or you can say you cannot change the tense, you do not change the meaning, and of course you do not change the doer of the action. Okay, now today we will do the past tense, and my first sentence goes here. The first sentence is, the man cut down the tree. The man cut down the tree. Well, this is a past tense because of the verb cut. The man cut. Okay? It is the verb that is in the past tense because if it were a present tense verb, it would be cuts, right? The man cuts down the tree, and that's a present tense. In this case, there is no option, but it is the past tense. The man cut down the tree. Well, let's ask who is doing the action. Who is the subject? In this case, we have the man. He is the doer of the action. What is the action? Cutting. So we have the verb cut down the tree. But what is he cutting? The tree, right? What is he cutting? The tree. So remember, we learned the object is the person or thing on which action is done upon. Okay, so this is your object. So now let's quickly interchange it. You have the object becoming the subject, okay, and you have the subject become the object, okay. Now remember, the verb always goes in the past participle form. In this case, you have cut, cut, cut. The verb remains cut. So down remains the way it is because it is not a verb. Nice. So the tree cut down the man. Did the tree cut down the man? Of course not. The tree cut down. Now, to keep it in the past tense, do not forget to add the supporting verb. Why do we need a supporting verb? Because it helps you to identify it's a past simple, it's a past continuous, or a past perfect tense. In this case, it's a simple past tense. So, you will use the supporting verb was. The tree was cut down by the man. You have maintained the tense. It's a simple past tense. You have interchanged the subject object and object subject. And if you ask the question, who did the action, you have the doer remained the same. Okay? Despite being object now, but he is still the doer of the action. And that is how we have passive voice. Fine? Now let's take a look at the next example. The boys were helping the wounded man. Okay, so who is doing the action? What is the subject? You have the boys. Okay, what were they doing? They were helping. So the action was all in the past. So you have a past continuous tense because you have were. Were is past and helping is the verb in the ing, and that is how it is a continuous. Okay, now who were they helping? The wounded man. Oh well, wounded means injured, right? Someone who is really injured. So this becomes your object because action is done on him. Now when we interchange it, we make it subject object, object subject. Okay, let's do that. The wounded man, I have put in as subject. Let's have the boys becoming the object. Like I always tell you, the main verb goes in the past participle. Helping in the verb, help word help plus ing in the verb. So you have help, helped, helped. So you have the verb in the third form. Don't forget your by. The wounded man helped the boys. By the boys? No, it's not correct. Now because it is a continuous tense, you have verb with ing. You are going to maintain it in the passive continuous tense by putting by. You have put this in the third form. So you are going to add some auxiliary verbs now. The wounded man. Now it's one man. So you are not going to put were. Okay? No. You have to agree with the subject, the new subject. So the wounded man was, because it's a man, a singular. So auxiliary verb was will come here. It's ing. So don't forget to add the being. And the wounded man was being helped by the boys, right? You put the verb in third form and you have your continuous tense here. Was being helped by the boys. Fine. So this is how you make a passive past continuous tense. Now let's take a look at the third sentence. He had given me a bouquet. Okay. So who gave me the bouquet? Who is doing the action? He. Right? What's the object? A bouquet. Is he doing action on the bouquet? Do you think so? Ask the question. Who is doing the action? He. What is the action? The verb. Now, is he giving me the bouquet? Or is he or she giving something to the bouquet? So, action is done on me. So, definitely because he is giving me the bouquet, like he had given me, the action is done on me. I am the receiver of the action. So, I become the object. Again, I tell you, a lot of students would assume bouquet to be the object. Okay, probably because it is the last word in the sentence. It is not so. Whenever you are confused, ask the question on who is the action done. And well, I have my answer here. So definitely me is the object. Fine. So remember, let's just work with the subject, verb, object. So me becomes I in the subject. Okay. Let's put it by him. He becomes the object. Now this is a past perfect tense. Had given. The verb is already in the third form of the verb. So you put it in the third form here. It's already there. You have to add a supporting verb or an auxiliary verb to keep it in the past perfect tense of passive voice when you make it passive. I had been given, okay, a bouquet by him. So here you have it. Subject, object, object, subject. The verb is already in the third form and you have added a supporting verb to keep it in the past perfect passive voice. Okay, students? Now we are going to take a look at how to make questions in the past tense, okay? So see the example. Who broke the jar? Right? The verb is broke and jar is the object. Who is the subject? Because we are asking about the doer of the action. Now remember, when you put who in the passive voice, it is always better to start your question with by whom. Putting it in the end is not completely wrong, but honestly, this is the more correct way to make it in the passive voice. By whom? Now, because this is a simple past continuous, remember, like I always tell you, put it in the third form. By whom was, because it's the past tense. By whom was the jar broken? Okay, so you have was broken. You have added a supporting verb. Always remember, when you add a supporting verb in your passive voice, ensure that it agrees with the new subject. And with this, we come to the end of the lesson. I hope you all understood the past tense passive. Do practice of the same. Do practice of the past tense passive and present tense passive. Okay, students, I'll send you some exercises of these two, present tense and past tense of active and passive voice. Do practice of those exercises at home. Thank you, students.